Hello students, good morning to all of you. Uh, Welcome to English class. Today we will going to learn about the poem Fire and Ice, written by Robert Frost. Now this is a symbolic poem actually. Now before we touch our book, let's sanitize ourselves. You also sanitize yourself before touching your book, notebooks or pen, whatever else. This is the way that you can keep yourself safe from this pandemic, isn't it? So let's touch the book. Now this is a symbolic poem. Here it symbolizes two opposite things. This poem is written by Robert Frost. Now Robert Frost was an American writer. In your 9th standard, you have read a poem named "The Road Not Taken." It was also written by Robert Frost, so it's a familiar name for you people also. Okay, whatever else. Now here, this fire and ice. See, these two things. This doesn't mean the two objects. Actually, by using such words, the poet wants to give us actually what it symbolizes, rather than its literary meaning. Now, literary meaning of fire is familiar to you. Literary meaning of ice is also familiar to you. But the poet uses such words to symbolizes anything another thing rather than the literary meaning. Actually, why the poet uses such words? To show the human emotion, for portrayal or to show the human emotions. Now, what are those emotions? By fire, the poet symbolizes desire or passion and by ice he symbolizes hatred. These are the two emotions the poet wants to give through these words, because all of we are aware of the literal meaning of fire and ice, but in this poem the poet wants to, as it is a symbolic poem, it symbolizes, fire symbolizes for desire or passion and ice symbolizes for hatred. Now these are the two emotions, these are the emotions that the poet wants to portray or to show. Now see, with the word fire, why he uses such word fire? Now we used to say, no, the man is burning with fire, the man is burning with desire, the man is burning with passion. It means that human beings are having desires. Desires for what? Desires, it can be for love, it can be for power. Passions for what? It can be for love or it can be for power. But there should be a limit. When it goes, when it extremely highlighted, no, then causes destruction. Okay, when it is extremely highlighted, then it causes, it's not good. The poet wants to say that these emotions, the desires for whether it can be love or desires for power, when it goes extremely highlighted, no, when it goes activities, when it goes beyond our limit, then problems create, then it's not good for us, it causes destruction. Same thing happens to ice also. Ice symbolizes hatred. Now you know, around us, no, we used to hate other people. It happens that we used to hate other people. But the hatred is when it goes activities, then it creates a problem. Then it causes destruction. It's not good. When it goes extremely highlighted, or when it goes activities, you can say, or beyond our limit, then it causes destruction. So these emotions, the poet wants to say, these emotions are not good. Now, see, eyes, the man is, suppose we used to call it, say like that, no? As cool as ice. You have heard. What does it mean? It means the man is so cool. The man is stone-hearted. He doesn't feel anything. That's why the poet uses metaphorically. Actually, these two words the poet uses here metaphors. The poet uses fire and ice metaphorically to show the portrayal, or to show the human emotions. Right? So let's begin the poem, that is Fire and Ice. Fire symbolizes desire and or passion, or ice symbolizes hatred. So fire and ice. See, now actually before I start, or first of all I will give you word meaning of the new words, and I will give you explanation of each line. So before I give you explanation of each line, I want to say that see here our poet, that is Robert Frost, actually said about two types of people, the opinions of two types of people. Now you can say that scientists, a group of scientists, not deliberately they are saying, they haven't written also, but it's their opinion. A group of people, or you can consider them as scientists, a group of scientists, they are having that opinion that the world can be destroyed, the world will destroy for fire. They are telling there are two possibilities. A group of scientists is telling for fire, the world can be destroyed for fire, and another group of scientists is telling the world can be destroyed for ice or water. They are telling that there are two possibilities. What are they? It can be fire, that is desire or passion of human being, and it can be ice or water, that is hatred. Now these two possibilities causes destruction of the world. Now our poet has taken these two possibilities metaphorically to symbolize that emotion of human being. Then when it goes activities, that it causes destruction. Okay, so these words are used as metaphorically. Now why the poet uses such words? Actually scientifically it's truth. Okay, and the poet wants to say that in real life also we can say that human emotions, when it goes activities, it can causes destruction. That's why he has taken these two words metaphorically. Correct? Now let's read out the poem first. Now see, some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tested for desire, I hold with those who favor fire. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tested of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. Now it's not the opinion, first of all we have seen that this is not the opinion of the poet himself. He is telling a group of people, some people. Some people are telling that what are the possibilities of the destruction of the world? that the world can be destroyed, the world will destroy because of fire. So here we have to remember, or apart from this, another group of people is thinking that because of ice. Now a group of people, those who consider that world will destroy because of fire, the poet support them first. The poet also agrees with their opinion. Yes, the world will destroy for fire. Now here you have to remember the symbolic meaning. The poet uses metaphorically fire, and here you have to remember that fire symbolizes desire, human emotions, desire, or it can be passion. So our poet also agrees, support their views, their opinions, that world can be destroyed because of fire, because of human desire when it goes activities. Right? Now next, but if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. Now once again, but if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. Now what is the meaning of perish? What is the meaning of perish? To die or to end. What is the meaning of perish? To die or to end. And what is these are the new words for you. What is the meaning of suffice? Suffice means sufficient. Sufficient. Or enough. You can say enough. Okay. Now the poet say, but if it had to perish twice, now if the world destroy again or twice, if everybody wants to die twice, that is what the poet wants to mean. Okay, I think I know enough of it. The poet is telling that there are enough hate that is prevailing amongst the people. That may be the causes of destruction of the world. Now, first of all, the poet agrees the opinions that some say the world can be destroyed for fire, or some are telling that the world can be destroyed for ice, that is hatred. Now, first of all, he agrees to the opinion of the group of people who are saying that the world will destroy for fire. Now next also he is telling if the world wants to destroy second time, that is twice, if everybody wants to die twice. Okay, now also there are enough hate amongst us that is enough for the destruction of the world. That seems that amongst the people the hatred becomes so much activities. You can say that when it goes extremely heightened, then the world will destroy. Now the poet used to say that there is the hatred is prevailing in such a way amongst the people that it can be the cause of destruction of the world itself. So he is of the opinion of that world can be destroyed for the desire of power, or it can be love, or the world can be destroyed for the hatred amongst the people also. Both the opinions he agrees, and he uses metaphorically for these emotions, fire and ice. And he is telling there is enough ice, enough water, or enough, symbolically he means to say there is enough, sufficient hatreds are there amongst the people. That can be a cause for the destruction of the world. That is what the poet wants to say. Now, To sum up, we can say that the poet here wants to tell that there are two possibilities that world will destroy. What are the possibilities? It can be fire or it can be ice or water. Now say if you take the examples of fire, I'm just giving you to explain, I'm just giving you one simple example. See, if you look at the history, we have seen the world's war. Okay, let's take the example of Hitler. Okay, now what he did? He is having the desire of power. Okay, and it was so extreme. His desire was so extreme. It goes so much activities that it causes, for that lots of people lost their life. So for fire, it can this can be an example. This is a simple example to make you understand that for fire, for desire, for that emotions, that is desire for patience, because Hitler has having that desire of power, and that causes the destruction. That causes that lots of people have lost their life. That one you have read in the history also. So if we just have a look in the history of Hitler, we also can agree that yes, the poet says that if the human desire or human passion goes so activities, no, that destruction causes, and it can be a cause for the destruction of the world. I'm talking about a single person. Look, if it is a desire of the several people, then the world can be destroyed, no? Isn't it? Now, if we take ice or water, same thing, same example we can give, the world war. Now, one country has having the hatred for the another country. That's why war was there. People fight to each other. One country fight to another country. Why? What is the reason? Because they want to domain. They want to dominate over that country. Because of the domination. Because that hatred, and once they fight against another country, the country people also, they are having the hatred for that particular country, and the hatred becomes goes so much activities that it causes the destruction. So in this way also we can explain it that yes, these are the two possibilities that world can destroy of themselves. The world can destroy because of these two, because of the human emotions. What are that emotions? Desire or passion or hatred. And the poet uses metaphorically the words. For desire he uses fire, and for hatred he uses ice. That's why the title of the poem is Fire and Ice. And it is known as a symbolic poem. It symbolizes human emotions. Correct? So, at the end we can say that there are two possibilities. The poet refers that it can be fire or it can be ice. For that the world can destroy. And he agrees. First of all, he has given the opinions of other people, and he after that he also agrees to the opinion of that particular people. And he agrees that both the possibilities can bring destruction of the world. That is what the poem is. Now coming to the literary devices. Okay, now let's see what are the literary devices. The literary devices is very important because it's a short poem. It's a 9 lines poem. So literary devices is very important for you people. Now let's see First of all, we will see the rhyme pattern. This one you have done in class 9 also, as we are following NCERT syllabus, so we have to do it, isn't it? So first of all, we will see the rhyme scheme. What is this? Rhyme scheme. Okay. What are the rhyme scheme? If you go through the poem, then you will see the rhyme scheme will be A, B, A. See? Isn't it? The first three line fire, if we consider it A, then second ice, if you consider it B, then again fire and desire. So A, B, A. Correct. Now next, A, B, C. A, B, C. Okay, 9 lines. It is a 9 lines poem. A, B, C. Now see, fire, once again A. Now see, twice is the rhyming word of ice twice, isn't it? Ice twice. Then hate is another one. Then we consider it as C. So the rhyme pattern is A, B, C. Next, ice, again it is related, just rhyming pattern of fire, ice, then again ice, so this will be B, C, B. Now see, ice, then great, hate, great, correct, rhyming words. Now twice, suffice, okay, ice, twice, suffice, then suffice will be B. Now 9 lines is over. Now what is the rhyme scheme? A, B, A, B, C, B, C, B. If you go through the text, if you go through the poem, it is clear to you. Correct? Now next, what are the literary devices used here? First of all, we will see what are the literary devices used here. First of all, the literary devices. Okay, what are these? First of all, enjambment. Now, where it uses? This one uses in line number 7, line number 8, line number 9. Now, what is an enjambment? Can you remember? I told you in Dust of Snow also that enjambment is same thought running to 2 or 3 lines, and here we will not see any pause, any punctuation mark, but the same thought will run, and at the end there will be a full stop or punctuation mark, we can say. Now in line number 7, line number 8 and line number 9, if you go to the poem and see, to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. Have you seen any pause there? Have you seen any punctuation mark there? No. So this type of devices is known as enjambment. Clear? Okay. Now next is personification. Now what is personification? Next is personification. Now here fire and ice, these are the two inanimate objects, isn't it? Inanimate means inhuman. You can say that they are not living, non-living. Okay, but our poet has given them a power. What was the power? The power of destruction. And power of destruction, whose characteristic is this? These are the characteristics of human being. We granted this power as a characteristic of human being. So in this way you can say that here personification is used. The devices known as such things, no, for inanimate object, what the devices that the poet uses is known as personification. And for ice also same thing. The poet has given the power of ice what is that power? Destruction. And whose characteristic is this? Human beings characteristic is this. So in this sense we can say that here literary devices personification is used. Correct? Now next we can see that alliteration. 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 Which line we can say that some say, so sound. Now what is alliteration? Alliteration is the consonant sound that will be repeated, isn't it? That consonant sound that will be repeated. A repetition of consonant sound. Where it is? Some say. Some say the world will end in fire. Again some say in ice. Repetition of consonant word. Okay. What is this? In two consecutive words. Some say. Okay. Repetition of consonant sound in two consecutive words. In two or more. It can be two or more. Here we have seen that some say. Again also sa sound is repeated. Correct? Now see. Now next literary devices is anaphora. You can say anaphora. Alliteration is very important for you. Some say sa sound. Repetition of consonant sound at the beginning of the two or more consecutive words. Then next is anaphora. Next is anaphora. Next literary devices is anaphora. Now this is a repeated expression, you can say, anaphora. Now what is it? In line number 1 and line number 2. Just go to the text and see line number 1 and line number 2. The repetition of the same sound at the start. At the start. You can say the repetition of same word at the start of two or more consecutive lines. Anaphora is what? The repetition of same sound in the two or more consecutive, at the beginning of the two or more consecutive lines. Correct? Now in line number 1, some say the world will end in fire. Again in line number 2, some say in ice. So here we can say that the literary devices that is used is known as anaphora. Correct? Now see, the next one is you can say that assonance. Assonance. Now assonance here where it is a repeat of, you can say repeat use of vowel sound. Repeat use of vowel sound. What is where it is? In line number 1, you can say that will end in fire. Will end in fire. Here I sound is repeated. I is a vowel sound and it is repeated. So this type of devices is known as assonance. The vowel sound will repeat it again and again. Where it is? In the first line, line number 1, will end in fire. Correct? Now again in line number 4. Line number 4. Line 4 you see. Line 4, what is this? I hold with those who favor fire. Here also we are seeing that I sound and O sound, that is prominent. In a particular line, when a vowel sound is repeated and that one is very much prominent, this is known as assonance. So we have seen in line number 1, will end in fire, their I sound is prominent and it's repeated again and again. In line number 4 also we have seen I and O sound. What it is? I and O sound is repeatedly used. That is also vowel sound. Correct? Now next in line number 6, line number 6, yes, 4, 5, 6. I think I know enough of hate. Here also you can say that. Here also I am line 6. Go through the line. I think I know enough of hate. Here also I and O sound is prominent, and in this particular line the I and O sound is repeatedly used. So this type of devices is known as assonance. Correct? Now see, next device is consonance. Next device is consonance. Okay, next device is consonance. Now where it is used? Consonance is used here in the line number 4. Line number 4, see, with those. With those. Here see, I hold with those who favor fire. Okay, now the sound. This is the sound. The sound is repeatedly used. The is a consonant sound. Now here you can, when consonant sound is repeated, prominent, okay, and it is used repeatedly. Now here a question may arise in your mind. Then when consonant sound is repeatedly used in 2 consecutive words, we used to call it alliteration. But yes, when it's a beginning word, or starting words, then we can say that this is an example of alliteration. Okay, but here see, with those, here the sound is repeatedly used in the middle, or it can be at the end also. When it is used, a consonant sound is used in the middle or at the end, that is known as consonance. That literary device is known as consonance. So here we have seen the sound, the consonant sound is repeatedly used, and it's prominent in this particular line, in the middle of the line, not the beginning. If it is a beginning word, then we can say it alliteration, because consonant sound. Correct? This is clear to you all. Now with this we come to the end of the poem, but again I want to sum up the poem, that this is a symbolic poem. Here the 2 words fire and ice, these are not the objects. Okay, this is used by the poet to symbolize or to portray human emotions. That what are the human emotions? For fire, it symbolizes desire or passion, and when it goes activities, when it extremely heightened, then destruction causes. Then there are the 2 possibilities. What are the possibilities? It can be human emotions, just like for power, for love, and hatred. These are the 2 possibilities that world can be destroyed. And not only scientifically it is the saying is true, the poet wants to say that in real life also we have seen, because of the emotions of the human being, the world will destroy. And he has given his opinion along with the opinion of other people. So this is the end of the poem. I think you have understand it, the literary devices, the explanation, the word meaning. Now this is, as it is a short poem, you can the value based question is very important. So next I want to say, read the poem and understand the explanation, understand the symbolic meaning, and want to say that stay home, stay safe, use the mask whenever you go out, sanitize yourself time to time. That's all for today. Thank you.